out the way.
You're listening to Mature Allure. Here, we chat about self-care, relationships, careers, and all the things living a mature life includes. I'm your host, Sherry O. Welcome.
So we're going to start with you just introducing yourself and telling everyone a little bit about you.
Hi, so my name is Kim Baker. I'm the founder and owner of Glamazon Beauty, former Wilhelmina model, and one of the pioneering women of the plus model industry. And I'm just a woman who loves all things beauty,
Well, that's nice.
including personalities.
Yeah. That's a lot. That means a lot more sometimes.
Absolutely.
An actual surface. So then tell us about your makeup line, Glamazon Beauty.
So Glamazon Beauty literally started out of my journey as a model throughout my entire career. I dealt with having to mix my own foundations, having to find formulations that didn't feel like a mask, trying to encourage cosmetic brands to show our beauty because our beauty is beautiful too. I think we are some of the most unique beings on the planet. We come in every shade of the rainbow, including black, and then past the shade of, including white and past the shade of black. So, I just feel like, and now, I've been saying this and blowing this horn for over 25 years, maybe more. And now all of a sudden, when people realize the power of the Black dollar, everybody wants to jump on the let's celebrate Black women train. But I am a Black woman. I've been celebrating us from day one, inception. And so I created Glamazon Beauty long before RuPaul ever started using that name. That's why he couldn't use it for his brand. And that is because as a young girl, my daughters, my great aunt used to call me a glamour girl. So, I remember one day thinking about, what an Amazon was, and you put those two together, Glamazon, and then it just was a word that seemed to catch on all around the country, which is a good thing.
Yeah, it is. It's a really good thing. I went to your site and I saw that you have, what was it? Perfect face in less than 8 minutes.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
So the perfect face has to do with the fact that, first of all, the formulation is correct. That's half the battle. It's trying to find a formula that feels like skin, looks like skin, and is weightless. And my foundation is all of those above. So with that said, part of the perfect face solution is having your foundation stick, your concealer. But the nice thing about Glamazon is if you pick out your foundation shade, I do the rest for you. I make sure that you know your powder. So if you for instance would be my Tahiti powder, you would be my number 7 golden chestnut, you would be my honeysuckle, concealer, my peach corrector. So, those are the things. Once you have the foundation, no pun intended, once you have the foundation of your makeup mastered, the rest is simplistic. Like your eyeshadows, your lipsticks,
Yeah. And it's really, really hard to find, well, at least for me, the perfect shade. Some things are either too red looking, too yellow. And then I used to mix the two, like I would get something. Yeah. Yep. And I would get something and mix the two together.
That's my story.
Yep.
That was my story. It happened it happened so much that I used to go to shoots ready because with my foundation already done, because too many times I would have a lighter skinned person, a Caucasian woman that didn't really know how to match my skin. And sometimes I would end up with too much of a gray, too much of a red, too much yellow. So I used to just go prepared.
Yep, exactly. So then what are maybe 2 or 3 tips you can give somebody who doesn't wear a lot of makeup? Let's just say, because like I don't wear a lot of makeup, but when I want to wear makeup, I want it to be
Yes, on point.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. So the first thing every woman should do is your eyebrows. Your eyebrows, if your eyebrows are done, your face is 70% complete. You look awake. The next thing, don't go out without a concealer, because if you cancel out any blue and then brighten under the eye, it gives more awake and more youthful appearance. And the next thing I would say is always have a mascara on, because it really defines your eyes, and really, just makes it really works well with having a concealer, is to have your mascara. Those are the three essentials, I would say. Of course, foundation is number one because it evens you out, but those are the three, and particularly the brow is number one.
I completely agree because
Huh?
me and brows, like I have none right now. I waxed them so much when I was, younger. So now I'm always like trying to get that brow done. And sometimes even if I don't put on makeup, this might be the wrong thing to say, but even if I don't put on makeup, like I will put something around my eyes, put on some mascara and draw those brows on.
That's it.
And I'm good.
Yep, that's it. That's the perfect, that's the perfect prelude to the perfect face.
Yeah. Let's see. Mature skin. We talked about brightening up the eyes and the things you can do to make you look more awake and younger, youthful. What about what are some things we should avoid? Because sometimes there's the lies.
Sunlight without SPF, especially for fairer skinned people, even fair skinned Black people. I mean, now they say even women as deep as me have to wear SPF, because of the ozone layer. But I think that is essential. And I'm actually working on a sunscreen as we speak. But it is so important that, sunscreen is worn, especially as a preventative product. And then you want to continuously wear it as the skin matures. Yep. Okay. And of course, a good moisturizer.
Is there a particular foundation? You know how there are cream foundations, matte foundations, that maybe people should avoid if their skin might be maybe there are some lines or.
If you have a lot of lines, I think you definitely want to avoid a matte foundation. I think you want your skin to look a little bit more luminous. Matte does exactly that. It mattes out the skin. If you're maturing, listen, life is matting you out as it is. So I think the thing that if you have, I think you want to go with a skin finish foundation. And that's what our second skin foundation is all about. Skin finish.
Wow. So can you talk a little bit more about that? The skin finish?
So our second skin foundation is exactly that. It's a formula. As a matter of fact, Natasha, can you hand me a second skin foundation? It is exactly that. It has hyaluronic acid. It has jojoba oil. It also has oh my goodness, pearl for luminosity. So I have so much going on. Oh, here we go. Okay. Perfect shade too. So I'm going to show it to you on my hand. So this is my second skin foundation. This is the box.
Okay.
I just want to show this to you on my hand so you can see. So this is my hand. I'm going to put it here. A little bit here. And as you can see, it glows a little bit more than my dry looking hand.
It does.
When I spread it out, it really is a skin finish.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It really looks
good.
Skin. So I'm going to take a little bit more, put it all over my hand. And there it is.
Wow.
And the coverage is really good too.
It is really, really good.
This one looks more radiant than this one.
Yeah. Actually, oh wow, that looks great.
And it's and notice one other thing. It's brown.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we are not red people, we are not pink, we're not gray,
Yellow.
we're brown people.
That's what I'm saying. And you know what? Until you said that, I noticed how perfect of a match that it was, but I didn't think brown. You know what I mean? I just didn't
Brown.
think that.
And that is
Yeah.
initially what my granddaughter said it best. One day, she said, adults can't tell colors. They call white people white and they're pink, and they call black people black and they're brown. You guys don't know your colors. And I had to laugh. My granddaughter said that at 5 years old. You
Wow.
know what, babe? You're right.
That's very true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, kids, you learn a lot from
Yeah, the
kids.
kids be dropping the drink, babe. Uh-huh.
Let me see.
So, and I actually remembered that when I would go in the lab. I remember what my granddaughter said. Yes, exactly.
That's
Kids
true.
don't know their colors.
Um, what are some mistakes women often make that they might not be knowing that they're making when applying
Staying
makeup?
stuck in a rut where I hate when, I also laugh at the same time when I hear women say, I've been doing this for over 20 years. Well, girl, that's the problem. That's the problem. If you've been doing it over 20 years, stop it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because times and trends have changed, and
And
products,
look,
and
and looks change too.
look,
So,
absolutely, absolutely.
they
Yeah.
change too.
Yep. And you know what? One thing I'm on a mission of is getting women to embrace themselves at every stage of the game. I'm maturing and I love it. I love when I look in the mirror and I'm seeing that, I'm becoming this full body grown woman. I
Hmm.
remember when I remember when I was young and I had this seamlessly flawless looking skin, but I still feel like I have it at this age, but I have it for a more mature woman. And I'm fine
Yeah.
with that. And women have to understand, embrace who you are at every age. There is beauty, every stage.
And that's what Mature Allure is all about. Angelica
There
and
we
I
go.
talk about that too. Just embracing who you are, where you are, and how to enhance that, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a really good point. And I think a lot of times people make you feel that because you get older, that maybe you don't want things to be the same. You don't want things to be how they were, but maybe things aren't as good. And sometimes it's better. And sometimes the more you accept where you are,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, the better you become,
I
you know?
always say, listen, would you like the option of staying forever young? Because if the
Mm,
option is being in the ground and never having to worry about aging anymore, this is
that's
the
it.
cycle of life. This is the beauty of life. And I'm
Hmm.
curious what I'm going to look like at the next stage. But no matter what, I'm going to look good because I'm going to maintain whatever I have, and I'm going to age gracefully. I've never, not that this is a knock to anyone, I've never done Botox. I've never done fillers. Listen, if that's what God wanted for me, I feel like that's what I would have. Now, for
Yep.
who it's right for, it's right for. But I don't know what's going to happen when those fillers start to separate. I've seen people go to looking like balloon faces or,
Yeah.
form. I'm good with this,
Hmm.
good with it. And
Hmm.
I hope every woman is good with it at every stage of the game. I think you should look in the mirror and really appreciate what you see. And if you don't like
Exactly.
it, do something about it in the sense of just doing better skincare regimen, drinking a lot of water, eating more vegetables, um, exercising, doing things that keep that blood circulating. Like I'm on this health kick right now. My daughter and I decided, because I used to eat in restaurants every day, morning, lunch, and dinner. And
Yep.
now I'm eating at home, Yeah.
And it's so much better because you know what you're putting in your food. You
Right.
know what you're getting.
Right.
When you eat at the restaurants, you're getting lots of fat, lots of sugar, lots of it because it tastes
Because they want
good
to
like
make
that
it
too.
taste good. Yes.
It does.
Yes.
So that's a good way to be, you know?
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
made our own pico de gallo last night. It was so good. Cilantro, red onion, tomatoes, and it was so good.
And that's,
Lime.
I love pico, but I hate that prep. Chopping up all that stuff.
Oh
I
yeah.
know that's
Yeah.
bad, but
Yeah.
yeah, but that's good though.
I'm not much of a cook, but I'm trying.
Yeah, well, trying works.
Yeah.
Um, Eyelashes.
Mhm.
Like, okay, so let's talk about eyelash extensions.
Mhm. Mhm.
Strip are good if you want to do that. Nowadays, there's lots of lashes going on, and feels like a hat for your lids to me. Yes,
I can't
what?
take this. I can't
Me
take
either.
this.
But let's talk about that. Let's talk about if you are going to do lashes, eyelash extensions, like what's the best way to do the individuals, and then what's the best kind of strip?
I'm always going to be a strip girl. And if you're blessed with long lashes, then I say a thickening mascara, particularly my Lash Couture mascara. But if you are going, I prefer to use I have medium lashes, but I prefer to use my mascara. And if I go out to like a show or something or a date, I'll wear falsies, but I prefer strip. Number one, because some of these hair places out here, I mean, some of these lash places are using wig glue, yes, that they use for bonding. Some people are not as sanitary with this, so they're developing mites. A lot of times, if you
Mm,
sleep and you turn and it rips your lashes out, and your lashes serve a purpose, ladies. I know they look good in mascara, but it's to keep free radicals out of your eye. So, you got to take that into consideration as well, is that there's still a godly purpose for eyelashes, and that's to protect
mm.
your eyes. And but my preference would have to be strip lashes.
Strip lashes.
Hmm.
Okay.
I like
For if
natural looking ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because I was going to say, and even now, like what you said about the individuals, there are people who swear by the individuals. If you're going to do them, what are some things they really need to look out for? Like you said, the type of glue, but what else should they look out for?
Just making sure that you clean your eye properly. You want to make sure, because you can develop mites. Don't leave them on too long. Don't allow them to, be unfilled. A lot of people, you ever seen people where they have some here and some over here? Yeah, there's a reason
Yep.
for that. There's a reason why you need your lashes. So if you're going to wear them, make sure that they stay maintained so that
Mm,
they still serves the purpose of keeping free radicals out of your eye.
yeah, that's always a okay. Colors. I got two more questions for you.
Mhm.
And then, as far as choosing colors, we've talked about foundation. And I think and I could be wrong. I think color choices are up to you. Maybe some people pick colors depending on what they're wearing. But what should people look out for when choosing colors?
So if I had to, I mean, I do a little bit of both. There's times where I'll do my colors to enhance my skin tone. Like my skin looks amazing with terracottas and mauves. Like when I put on mauve shadow or terracotta or peach, those and bronze, those look amazing on me. And that's just when I just want to enhance my skin. But there are times when I am wearing an outfit that may have an amazing green in it, and I'll do like a cut crease in here where I'll just put, like black all over. And then in this area, I'll put, like a lime green mixed with maybe a champagne color to really create dimension on my eye. So you can do a little bit of both. I think starting out with basics when picking color, try to do it to enhance your complexion. Like the way you are right now looks amazing. The
Oh,
colors you're wearing
thank
really
you.
enhance your natural skin tone. So it's a choice. I always say your makeup is a part of your wardrobe. Just like you wear clothing, you wear your makeup to enhance your face that enhances what you're wearing, and the same way you do your hair. So if
Mhm.
one of those is missing, if you dressed and makeup not done and hair not done, child, you wasted your day, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so then lastly, what is one solid piece of advice you would like to share for makeup application? Just implying
I
if
think
that's
what I would like to share is knowing your skin texture. Are you oily? Are you normal? Are you dry? So that you know the proper moisturizer to use, whether it's a non-oily base, whether it's a base that needs hydration, because that's ultimately going to prep your skin for your makeup application. So if your skin is nice and hydrated, and maybe you are, if you're normal, you can go either way. You can use matte, you can use skin finish. If you're dry, I suggest that you stick with, a hydrating formula such as the skin finish or serum type foundation. So it's about knowing what your skin type and texture is.
is there a combination
Oh, yes, of course,
um
combination
like a
skin. That's me.
you have combination skin, but like what would you suggest if you do have combination skin? Is it better to go with like a skin finish versus a matte or
Um, believe it or not, sometimes as a makeup artist, I mix textures. If I know someone is extremely oily in here, I'll brighten with a matte, and then the rest I'll do with the skin finish. But you remember, I'm doing this for photo shoots and shows and things like that. But it also works in real life if you're willing to put the effort in. I do
okay.
that all the time. I mix textures,
I did say that was my last
formulas.
question.
I'm sorry, not textures, formulas.
Oh, okay. I
Mhm.
did say that was my last question, but you just brought up something being a makeup artist because you transitioned from modeling
Mhm.
into being a makeup artist. And I do want to talk about that because
Sure.
a lot of people, well, right now are thinking about transitioning. People are losing jobs or they have hobbies that they want to turn into careers. How did you transition from being a model to being a makeup artist?
So let me just say this. I have this philosophy in my life that every 5 years I have to graduate from whatever it is I do. Every 5 years. If I choose to pursue something now, I'll give it my 100% effort, and I should be able to look back and see my growth. I feel like I did all that I could do in modeling. I became a grown ass woman and was not going to sit there and be competing with 15-year-old girls over something that I got to do when I was 15. And it's just right for who it's right for. I have a certain way of structuring my life so that I can see the growth when I look back. And I became spiritually conscious that it wasn't no longer about how I looked. And I was tired of being judged on how I looked. And I wanted to do something. I saw how built up I was with confidence. And I would talk to a lot of women who weren't as confident. And the way for me to empower other people was to take something that I loved, like makeup, show them their transition and watch. I would see a woman come in, sit down, because I started doing makeup in department stores, sit down, feel bad about herself, saying how she hates the way she looks, or how she hate her skin, or hate my hair. And I would do her makeup so beautifully, and then she would look in the mirror and you would see her like perk up and be like, oh, oh.
Yep.
I remember the first time it happened. The first time it happened, I knew I had found my love. And I tell you, I have been doing makeup for about 30 years, and I still feel the same joy I feel from day one. That's when,
Wow.
yeah, and it was about empowering other women. I mean, I've done super rich women, billionaires. I've done, regular women. I've done homeless women. And it just, each one I had the same exact feeling of wow, I really feel happy that I left modeling to do this. So
Yeah.
I could not see myself still up there trying to shoot. I'm trying to do a photo shoot with
I don't know how
15-year-old girls.
I don't know how people do it, but I mean, hey, but at the same time, I'm also happy that women do it because
Oh yeah,
again,
absolutely.
it shows that as you get older, still beautiful.
Still
You
beautiful.
know,
And that's what I'm saying. It's for who it's for.
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So if you wanted to do it, you still could do it. It's just that, like you said, you chose something different for your life, and it's working. It's obviously
Mhm.
working, girl, because I've seen your clientele, your list, and I'm like, oh,
Thank
look at
you.
you.
Thank you.
That's
And I
good.
gotta say, despite
Congratulations.
having that clientele, I still love doing everyday women. That's the part that brings me joy, you know? Seeing
Mm-hmm.
everyday women be happy with themselves, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a whole lot in this world that be dragging us down. Don't let the way you feel about yourself be a part of that
Yeah.
conversation, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, thank you, Kim.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate this.
Oh, my
And I hope I get a
pleasure.
chance to meet you when I come. Well, I'll be there.
Yes.
I'll be in New York next weekend, but then also in May.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if
You're
you're
in Georgia?
around, hmm
I was
right outside
considering coming
Atlanta.
to Georgia this weekend. I thought about
Are
it.
you? Well, next time you're in Georgia, call me. I'll
I
meet up with
will.
you. Last time you came, there was a lot going on.
Mhm.
But yeah, next time you come in town, call me
I will
and
definitely.
we'll do. I know you're trying not to eat out, but we'll have to. Special
Okay.
occasion.
All right.
Okay.
We'll go somewhere that's not too we can just give them the rules. Don't oversaturate with butter and all that stuff. That's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to do.
we can do that or
Okay.
not.
Okay, or not. Okay.
Enjoy it.
Sounds good.
All righty.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Order in the core. Me first, you